Hi guys, we're finally back.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Finally.
Right?
Now that we're in the end of January.
Yeah, literally. We've been busy. Somebody was gone for a whole damn week.
Yeah.
Tell them about it, Britt.
Okay. You really need me to.
Yes, girl.
All right, everyone.
I wasn't with you for a whole week.
Oh, whatever. So, I went on a missions trip to Haiti. So, I was gone for about a week in the beginning of January. And that's about it. We did some work. We worked on a church and rebuilding that. We met a lot of people. We went to church on Sunday, and I think we went
to church, girl.
Yeah, we went to church, and then we went on Friday night, I think, as well. So that was interesting because I'm not really a church goer.
I'm about to say, girl.
But it was nice. And yeah, it was really cool. It's completely different culture.
Yes, it is, girl.
It was beautiful and crazy at the same time.
It was everywhere. Literally.
But it was nice because that was the first time I went out of the country. And it was warm, and I missed that snowstorm that we had here in New Jersey.
I ain't talking to her about that. That
was
made me
nice.
so mad. I hated that.
I was nice. I was in shorts. I was swimming. I was at the beach.
I'm lonely and just everywhere.
So what did you do?
So while she was all in the nice tropic air and all on the damn sea and shit, I was home sick, mad that I was sick the whole damn time. And every single time I was coming out of my cold, and I still have it a little bit, it would snow. And then I went to go outside and shovel the damn snow. So that was my dad on New Year's Eve. After New Year's Eve, for New Year's, I got drunk.
Oh, that was just bring that up. Y'all, he drunk called me. As soon as I answered the phone, he said, I'm drunk.
Like, what drunk?
Oh my God.
I'm like, only me as a drunk person would call somebody and tell somebody I'm drunk.
He said, Britt, I'm drunk. I already knew. As soon as you opened your mouth, I was like, oh my gosh.
No, because then I called Natasha first. And then I was like, Natasha, I'm drunk. She was like, are you okay?
That's what I said.
But she ain't hang up on me like, you're ignorant. She kept talking.
I was driving.
Until I said, Natasha, I have to go. Oh, dumb.
Oh my gosh. What did you drink?
Girl, I don't know what the hell I drank.
You don't even know.
It was something. I just had rum. It was probably rum. I had a lot of rum that night.
Was it good?
Rum and Coke.
True.
And then something with Sprite. Some extra shit. Some shit that had me acting nice.
That's what's up.
But yeah, that was interesting. And then, of course, right after being drunk, I had to go see my family. As usual, because it happens every year. I'm getting like halfway sober by the time I get there. So I have to deal with them yelling at me for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
But let's get on to our regular programming.
Yes.
So I'll start off with my daily wavelengths for this long period of time that we've been away from each other. So this first song that I have been listening to is My, Johnny Gill.
I thought you were about to say My.
Troy Sivan.
Yeah, because it just came out.
Yeah, because I haven't heard that song yet. I want to listen to it, but
we'll get to that after.
You'll get on to it, girl. So that's one of them. Then I've been listening to Frank Ocean the last few days because I'm waiting for another one. So I've been listening to Chanel.
Yeah. That's not no throwback.
It's not the throwbacks, girl. It's just my regular stuff that I've been listening to for the last couple of weeks, girl. We ain't doing that yet.
Wait, what was the first one again?
Girl, I gotta repeat my damn self. I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Let the people know.
All right, so it's My, Johnny D. Gill from New Edition.
Okay.
Then it's you got the Frank Ocean song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Brittany out here trying me. Like always.
Listen, I gotta write these things down, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all don't
And then I've been listening to Pink and White on the album too. Cause
yes, that's a good one.
the background. What else? Oh, I finally listened to Chris Brown's, as Brittany would say, 100 million songs on his last album. So,
the Christmas one?
Well, it's
the
like
extended version?
the extended version of it.
Okay.
So,
I put that on our last. That's on our last playlist.
Okay.
So check that out if you guys still want to
So check that out.
It's on Daily Wavelengths 105 on our Spotify playlist.
Yes, it is. I know a new song just released. He just released another one, a new song with Young Black, but I didn't listen to it yet. So it's called. Well, it's Young Black song, but it's called "Partying Next Door." So I would check that out if you guys are a fan of Chris Brown, because I'm going to check it out in a few days, in like a few hours. So we'll see how that turns out. And going on to my throwbacks.
Yes.
Went back into like the 80s feel.
Come on.
So we got Miss Diana Ross, The Boss. But then I've been listening to like...
Oh, the song's called The Boss?
Yeah, the song's called The Boss.
I thought you was just rhyming.
No. No, but that's what they call her anyway. So, the reason, and then there's another version that I've been listening to that I just downloaded. I haven't heard it before. It's the Braxtons, like Toni Braxton's sisters from their first album. It's the same. They just covered it, but that's on iTunes. It should be on iTunes still.
What's the name of the song?
The Boss. It's a cover.
Oh,
they just covered the song.
Okay, I understand.
So that's what it is. So that's what I've been listening to for my throwbacks for the last few weeks since we've been going on.
Okay. Let me grab mine. Wherever I put my phone, sorry.
Oh, dude. You didn't put
Okay, so the first one, well, I'll start with my throwbacks, just because that's the first one I can think of, is Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg.
I haven't heard this song before.
I love that. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
And
the good old stuff.
What else? I've been listening to Snoop Dogg for some type of reason. Sensual Seduction.
You trying to live for that song. That song used to come on every time. At parties.
And then my friend Jewel, you know her, she put me onto Big Mama Thing by Lil' Kim.
Girl, you ain't hear that song before?
I probably did. I just never really paid attention to the names of it. And I was probably too young to be listening to Lil' Kim anyway, so.
My next year is to listen to everything. I should be listening to.
And then the other day, for my last throwback, I was in a little punk rock type of mood for some reason. And the song I got for you is this long ass title. It's from Panic at the Disco. It's called "Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off."
Girl, what? How long that damn title?
That's long as hell.
Girl, I feel old listening to that long ass title.
Yep.
That's a long title, girl.
I don't know why they have such a long title for that.
And who's that by?
Panic at the Disco.
Panic. I do love Panic though. I love Panic at the Disco.
So, for my new songs, let's see. Well, Justin Timberlake came out with a new song, Kill Me. And I like it a lot.
I'm still... Justin's been getting on my nerves.
Why?
For the last few months.
Why?
Because he want to be taken. I'm like, I'm still mad at him for getting that damn Super Bowl performance. I love him.
What?
But that's shady. Yes, that's shady.
My God.
That's shady. Because how you gonna be going back there? You ruined the whole Legends career.
Oh, no, he did not.
Yes, he did, girl. Nobody was trying to put Jada back on that damn stage ever because her titty fell out. Not even on purpose.
That's not her fault.
Exactly. So why
was
that whole damn scandal, girl?
Because her titty popped out the Super Bowl.
I don't care.
We
be seeing full blown sex on TV now.
Well, yeah, that was a different time then.
Exactly. That's trash. They should have had Gina and Justin on the daggone stage at the damn.
Yeah, isn't he doing the new performance at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And if he don't bring Gina out, I'm not talking to his ass for a week.
That's funny.
I'm gonna be so mad at him. I'm like, bastard, if he don't bring Gina on this damn stage,
I'll die if she does.
If she does,
she comes
I'm
out.
gonna fall the fuck over, bitch.
They better.
It's not gonna be okay.
They have to bring her out.
Cause I'm gonna be like, bitch, if she does the theme songs from her last album that I got, like the song she got with Missy Elliott on there. Oh, that's another good song, guys. Listen to Janet Jackson.
I'm not done. What?
All right, continue, girl, and I'll tell them what I was talking about.
Okay. So yeah, back to the Justin Timberlake song "Filthy." There's also a video out for it. You have to see the video. You totally have to do a reaction to that video because it is hilarious. But it's like, I don't know, it's very weird. But I like the song. The song's a little bop. Let's see. My next song, Enrique Iglesias just came out with a song. I like it. It's cute.
Oh, I love Enrique.
It's called El Baño. Enrique Iglesias.
I haven't heard of Enrique in so long.
I know. And let's see. I got one more song. If anyone knows who Kelela is, or I think that's how you say it. Kelela.
Is it two? Is it like 3 E's?
It's 2. Yeah,
2
it's
E's.
K-E-L-E.
Oh yeah, I know her. I like
so
her.
she has a song titled LMK, also known as Let Me Know. And that song is a fucking bop.
I love her.
Y'all really have to listen to that.
Support these underground artists, guys.
Yes.
Because I love Kelela. Like her style
Yeah,
is so
she's really
different.
cool. And a lot of people don't know about her. So those are my daily wavelengths.
What was I talking about in the middle of that?
A Janet song?
Oh, yeah.
You said something about Missy Elliott.
Oh, you were talking about Janet and then...
He was spitting out everything.
Yeah, girl, we was talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I told y'all we've been friends for a long time, girl, so we just been going on tangents.
It really hasn't been that long, though.
Yeah, it really hasn't, but it feels like it
It feels like we've known each other forever.
Yeah. But we just be going on tangents sometimes, and I'll be forgetting when I say it. Okay, so the song I was talking about, it's called "Burn It Up."
Burn It Up.
On Janet's last album that she released.
Okay.
So check that out if you guys are Janet fans, and then you can always go back to the throwbacks. All For You. Listen to that. Then you go back to Revelation. Then you go back to Control. Then you go to Nasty. You know, the good old Janet songs. Then like Anytime.
Oh my gosh, you know them all.
You know, the good old singles that you need to listen to, especially Anytime when you be in your feelings sometimes. You need that song. That's a good song to listen to.
Yes.
But let's get...
We went by through those fast.
I know we did. I'm surprised.
But those are our daily wavelengths. And now it's time to talk some shit.
Yes, it is.
Time for what's
good. We know this about.
Alright, go first.
Alright, so what's good in the world out here? So, as usual, there's always something going on.
Yes.
So, I don't know if y'all have known about the whole scandal with H&M.
Oh, yeah.
With them putting this black baby in a daggone shirt that says the something monkey in the jungle.
Coolest monkey
the coolest monkey in the jungle. And then they gonna have the ads all spread around the world. Like nobody's gonna catch on to it.
Right.
And everybody knows that got damn sense. knows that African Americans do not like to be referred to as monkeys. There's a long history of this country and the world that we've been depicted as monkeys and as animals throughout the whole time we've been alive and before we were alive. So, that's a whole big controversy that made me mad. And it's hilarious that happened because I literally just bought boots from there.
Yeah.
And I was like, good thing these damn boots came earlier before I found this bullshit out because I would have sent that shit back.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, I love H&M so much. They always have stuff that I can wear. And I'm like, I don't know if I can support it now. Because I didn't appreciate it. And then, like, the response to it kind of made me mad. It was like one of those, like those diplomatic responses where it's like, oh, we apologize for that. Will never happen again. Like, who do you have in your room, like in your focus groups, that would even allow that?
Yeah.
Because then it makes me think that you don't have people of color in your focus groups.
Exactly, and that's the point that people were trying to make. Like, obviously, somebody let this go through, and I don't know. And so they should just be more culturally aware. There we go.
Literally, girl.
They should be more aware.
And then it's like everything's about globalization. If you think about business, it's all about the global market now. Yeah. So there's like really no excuse for you to not understand what could be offensive to people in the countries that you're like trying to put your business in. Like, everybody knows in certain countries, like even in America, we know certain places we can't play music the way we want it. Like, artists have to create like clean versions of their songs just to go to like the South where the Bible Belt is, just to get airplay down there. So it's like you have to figure out how to maneuver everything around it. So it just irritates me that such a big company, especially a company that I always go to, is doing some stupid shit. And now I'm like, should I even support them?
Yeah. So I have a question about that though. So would it have gotten the same reaction if that was like a white boy, a little white child? Probably not, right?
Probably not. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about it. But when you think about it, they, like, again, I'm not white, so we haven't, y'all don't, I'm speaking from my perspective. Y'all haven't been depicted as evil or demonic or like animals. So when we see, and then specifically monkey, and then we even saw that when Barack Obama was still president. People making him look like a monkey and his wife looking like a monkey and his kids looking like monkeys and shit like that and all that other stuff. So it was like a long history of like extra shit and like dumb shit. But it's always interesting when you think about it from the other side. Like, if it was,
because I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a sweatshirt. But the way that because of the picture and the way that they did that is what made it such a big deal.
But they always say, like, remember the old saying, a picture says 1,000 words.
Yes, very true.
So that's why. I feel like it would be different. I feel like it's bigger. It's bigger. And if you've seen those images throughout your whole life, and you've seen that that's how you've been portrayed as, and you know that's a false equivalent of who you are and your culture is, it's going to offend you. So,
definitely.
The usual bullshit that we as Americans have to deal with. And the world does too, but like, I feel like it's more, I feel like we talk about it more in America than other countries around the world. Because the fact that it was a European thing at first, before it came over to America, and nobody had a problem with it during in the European countries, shows that there's a different type of sensitivity, I guess, to
culture.
Sensitivity to it, and we think about we're more thinking about on terms of who are we going to offend by this, and making sure that we don't offend people that we're trying to get service. So that's always interesting.
Yes. Let us know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, because that's an interesting topic.
I mean, it's always good to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you have anything?
As far as just regular news?
Yeah, regular news. Because I have something else too. But...
Yeah, go ahead and do what you gotta do.
The thing I have, again, it's a little bit, another, like, kind of political thing. Mm-hmm. And then speaking of Haiti, since you were just there.
People are already brought this to my attention. I'm aware.
Shit.
I'm aware.
The man that is sitting in office, who will not be named on this podcast, because I don't have time for him, said some interesting words about African countries and Hispanic countries. Mm-hmm. And he said the word shithole countries. Mm-hmm. And speaking as you were in Haiti, mm-hmm. and I have a personal thing because and then you know his whole thing about immigrants anyway. Yeah. So personally, that affects me because my dad is an immigrant. Yeah. And my grandfather's an immigrant. Mm-hmm. So first off, that pisses me off. And then one of my dad's best friends is from Haiti. So she's Haitian. So she's like my aunt. So when I heard that shit, I was pissed the fuck off immediately. Because I just woke up, like, I think like the day after he said it. Mm-hmm. And I just read it on Facebook. Because, you know, something's always on Facebook and Instagram. So then I was looking at it. I was like, I literally just woke up and saw this bullshit. So I was pissed the fuck off. And then I was looking at all these interviews and all these things on CNN and Fox News and all this other stuff. And people talking about how, it wasn't a racist statement. It wasn't this, it wasn't that, this, that, and third. But, and then the fact that he put, what was it, Norway? He said something about Norway, right? He said, we'll accept immigrants from, Norway.
Yeah, I think I did hear that.
But not from the shithole countries, because we always get the bad ones from here.
He's crazy.
And I'm like, going through my family history, my grandfather came here from England. Mm-hmm. Came from England. Okay. With my dad and my aunt. And my dad's a doctor. Mm-hmm. Contributing to society. Yeah. And then my aunt is a lawyer, is a judge. Yeah. In the judicial system in New York. So it's yeah. Who's not contributing? And then, like I said earlier, the person that's Haitian who is part of my life is like my aunt. Mm-hmm. So, like, and her family is like my family as well. Because we're always around, we always hang out, like during the Christmas time and around that time. So, she's a nurse. Then her husband, I still don't know. It's been forever long. So, Mr. Alex, I don't know his exact job, but it's very high. It's very like important job. Mm-hmm. Then his children are very highly educated and like top of their class and top of their school and college and all this other stuff. And it's like a big deal. And if you know anything about immigrant children, mm-hmm. they're very high on education. Yeah, they teach their kids from like a young age that education is the most important thing. Yeah. Unlike here, where we know it's still taught, but we take it for granted.
Yes, definitely.
A lot of the stuff that
because we're given it.
Yeah, we're given it from birth, and
we're not taught that it's a privilege to have an education.
Yeah, because we just had it. Mm-hmm. Before we even knew we had it. Yeah, we had it. So it's always interesting when you hear somebody talk about people that are coming from countries that are poor and have less resources than us.
Doesn't mean it's a shithole.
Yeah, you know, it's just interesting how.
And diamonds. What was that saying? Like diamonds, blah blah blah. You gotta like, you know, you gotta like chip away to find a diamond. You gotta go through all the shit
to find a diamond.
So don't play, Donald Trump. Do not play,
girl.
Because that should be making me mad.
I hate when people do that shit, and then it's like It was like it's coming
a lot
up.
of good people.
Yeah, and then it's like coming on the anniversary of the whole earthquake there too.
Yeah,
The whole anniversary of it, and then it's like you say that around the anniversary of the whole earthquake, and then it's like you bring up a whole bunch of old wounds that were sort of closed, but never will be closed because people are still trying to get electricity in houses and to the whole community that they're going to, and you just. Ugh, he just irritates me.
I think he's very insensitive.
He's very out of touch.
He talks too much.
He talks too much.
He talks too much.
And he's very out of touch. And he's out of touch, too. That's another thing. It just makes me mad. And it's just like...
It still surprises me how he is president, but...
It does. And then, especially with the stuff he said before he was president. Like, he literally said, grab a girl by her pussy. Like, go ahead.
That's already a red flag.
And then women still voted for him. I was so mad when I found out that women voted for him. I was like, girl, so you gonna let some man get up and be president that said that shit? But okay, girl.
But anyway, people from these so-called shitholes are good people and they're bad people. They come from everywhere.
Girl, we got bad people here, bitch.
Is America a shithole? Maybe, depending on your perspective.
Yes, depending on your perspective. And you ask me on some days, girl, I'll say this place is being shithole. Especially some days.
Yeah.
And then dealing with some of the stuff we got to deal with as people of color. We'll tell you. And ain't all that's called up to be.
Yeah,
sometimes for everybody. So
shout out to the people that live in these beautiful shitholes.
Yeah, because they ain't even shitholes. They're just beautiful places that deserve respect and deserve help. Just like any other place where people are trying to migrate and make a better life for themselves.
Exactly.
And that's what America that's America what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the land of the free, the land of everybody coming together despite their differences and coming together on one accord and all this other stuff. But, since Trump doesn't know anything about what the political office is.
He just want to talk the talk, He just want to talk to hear his own voice.
Yeah, literally. And then he got all this dumb stuff. And then his... I can't stand it. I can't stand him. I need to get off of this shit. Okay. All right, girl. You got something else?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Get mad.
So we all know how people on YouTube, depending on how many views they have and followers, blah, 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 they can get money from that. Correct? You know that? Okay. So this was actually posted today. I'm on Billboard.com. It says that YouTube has made stricter, guidelines for people to get monetized from their videos. A lot of advertisers have been complaining that their advertisements have been alongside inappropriate videos and just stuff that they don't want their advertisements next to, which is completely understandable for companies and businesses.
Yes.
So they set a new set of policies to kind of prevent that from happening. So it says that they will need to, people that make a YouTube account, they have to join this thing called YouTube Partner Program to be able to get their videos monetized with advertising. Blah, blah, blah. That was stuff repetitive. So it says they need to have now at least 4,000 hours of watch time within the last 12 months and have at least 1,000 subscribers. And it says before that, the only requirement was that a channel reach 10,000 viewers. So it makes it harder now for people to get monetized. So that could be a good thing. That's a good thing for advertisers, I think.
Yeah, but a bad
thing for our generation, I think, because everyone's trying to make money off of the internet and off of social media.
Yeah. And then there's already been issues with monetization with YouTube anyway, because certain things aren't being monetized that used to be monetized, and then some people aren't getting whenever you subscribe to a YouTube channel, there's always a bell to give you notifications, and then people aren't getting notifications on when they're the person they're subscribed to puts out another video, so that's always a problem. And then that obviously would affect monetization because monetization is how many views you get for each video. So that's negatively affecting, I have to say, more discussion videos on like tougher topics than like LGBT topics and LGBT stuff is getting demonetized. And even some stuff that's not even, you wouldn't even think that would be demonetized is getting demonetized. Like people are vlogging like their kids growing up.
Yeah.
And their family channels, and they're getting demonetized for no apparent reason.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of videos, like I watch a lot of reaction videos and stuff on YouTube, and the people that are in the video, they'll say something like, maybe they'll say a curse word and be like, "Oop, let me not get demonetized."
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of annoying as well, because then people have to filter themselves to not be who they are and to not say what they want to say just because they want to make money.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then, like we talked about last time we were here, we were talking about the whole net neutrality thing.
Yep.
So again, that's another thing that's against our generation and generations to come if we don't fix it. So we have to fix this to make sure that we're able to be completely who we are individually as we're presenting content out to the world. Because sooner or later, people are just going to think that everything's about money. And YouTube actually might go down.
You think so?
Exactly. I love all the social medias. Some stuff more than others, of course.
Yeah.
But if we're going to have to deal with people being in charge of what we can and can't say, then what will make us money and what won't make us money? It will make people change their values just for money and not because they actually believe in it. And I feel like sooner or later it's going to be something way more negative than it already is with the social media anyway. Because there's as with anything, there's positive stuff and negative stuff, but I feel like sooner or later the negativity is going to cloud it, and it's just going to take suit and then like ruin like social media companies.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
But that's
that.
Let's see, what else do I have today?
Music, business stuff.
I have some TV stuff I can talk about.
I love TV.
I do too. Alright, so I don't know if you guys have watched the Golden Globes.
Nope.
Yeah, I know you probably didn't. Go ahead. I only watched it for one person. That's it. The person that I'm talking about is Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us.
My sister watches that show. I don't watch.
Yeah, I love that show.
I live in my own world.
Yeah, you do, man. You don't watch nothing. Yeah, but This Is Us. This is one of my favorite shows. Well, since you don't watch it, the show is about like a family. Sterling K. Brown's character, he was adopted because the other two, they were born on the same day, but he was given up by his father at the hospital at a fire station, if I remember correctly. So they brought him in, and then the mother lost the third child because she was supposed to have triplets, but she lost one of the babies, and only 2 survived. So they decided to adopt Sterling K. Brown's character as a baby. So then when he got older, he finally found his father, who was a drug addict.
Oh, geez.
So then he brought his father into the home with his kids and his family, so they had to deal with that.
Okay.
And then stuff happened with that had an effect on his kids and all this other stuff. So it's pretty much about the whole family and the family dynamic and like the issues in between the family. It's very good. Like I don't know if you saw I don't know if you ever saw The Fosters.
No.
Foster, you don't know nothing, boy. But it's sort of like that. It's about like it's like this family dynamic with like an adopted child and like 2 natural siblings and the whole thing between like triplets and like how the two natural children that she had, they have a special connection because, again, they're triplets.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much they're twins, so.
Yeah.
They have, like, this certain, like, thing they have together naturally.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy because it's sad to say, I hate that I have to even say it, but Sterling K. Brown was the first African-American to ever win a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Drama TV Show.
That's what's up.
So, making history, it's always like, really? It's been this damn long since that happened, so it's always like, and I just love his speech that he gave because he was talking about how he's referring to diversity in like the entertainment industry, about how people are doing colorblind like auditions and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, he could be this, he could be that, but the fact that he said about the person that wrote his character and wrote the stories for the show, he said the fact that it was from a black man's perspective, which is something that we don't always get, that perspective. And it was made for a black man. It wasn't made for anybody else. It was made specifically for that. And that's something that doesn't come a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
And then another show that came out is called The Chi. It's
saw me before.
Yeah, so I think is it on Showtime or HBO? Yeah, hold on.
That I do not know.
Okay, yes, it is on Showtime. Okay, so this is The Chi is a show about Chicago, particularly the South Side of Chicago. It's only 2 episodes, but the creator of it is Lena Waithe, and she she made a huge noise for what she did because she herself. Let me go on to this, guys. Sorry, some of my stuff is not working because this internet is getting on my nerves. So, Lena Waithe, she's written on Master of None, and then she did Dear White People before she did this show. And she's actually from Chicago, so this is coming from her perspective on people she's grown up with and the place she's known her whole life. So it's a good perspective from somebody that actually lived there, because we had Spike Lee do it, and there was like controversy from people that actually lived in Chicago that didn't appreciate the depiction of the violence and why the violence was occurring, and didn't think it was properly researched. Yeah. So now it's a good thing that they're actually getting somebody actually from Chicago, and then Common is a producer on there. Is a producer on the show.
Common?
Yes, Common is. So, I can't stand it. I love Common. I love Common now.
I love him too.
So, then that, and then speaking of, like I said before, I don't know why this internet is getting on my damn nerves. Like, I just don't get it. Alright, so, like I was saying, again, Lena Waithe has made, she's also also being a writer, she's also an actress. And for The Master of None, she was by Aziz Ansari. She was on a couple of episodes as an actor, and then they wrote she wrote her own episode that talked about her coming out story, and that gave her a Golden Globe Award for, and that was the first, she was nominated for a Golden Globe, and then it being her first time she won.
Yeah.
And then she's the first African American to win for a comedy series. So she made history as well. So talking about 2 history makers in the entertainment industry, and that's good to see because we need more stuff. Again, it's sad that in 2018 we're still having first of anything. Yeah. But progress is progress.
Yep.
So you got to be happy with progress. I guess, do you want to get into the Billboard?
Well, wait, I have my whatchamacallits.
Oh, wait, do you have
I
more?
have some stuff.
Oh, you do have more stuff for real?
Yes.
Okay, girl.
So, just to remind you guys, we go to Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey.
That's cool.
And one of our professors, Matt Gendreau, has, when did he release this? On like January 2nd, he posted on Instagram that a song that he did with Jax Deluxe, they released the track called I'm Taking You High, featuring Afra. Hopefully I said that right. But it's kind of like a dance club song, and it's really cool to just see one of our professors like releasing music while they teach us about doing that. So that's really cool, and like that's something to look up to. And if you guys want to check that song out, again, it's called I'm Taking You High, and the website is on Trax Source. That's TRAX Source. So look out for that. There's an original mix, there's a radio edit, and there's an instrumental mix. So you can also buy those, but you can listen to it on that website.
Does he have a website? Matt, does he have a website?
I found this on his Instagram, so if you guys want to follow him on Instagram, it's just MAT, and then his last name is GENDREAU. Matt Gendreau.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
And guys, if you guys like it, please, if you can, show support by buying it, and then show support by commenting and give him some feedback for it. Yeah. So, because I know he will be appreciative of feedback on what he's created. So, one
more thing for the music business. This was also reported on January 2nd from Billboard. It says that Vice suspends 2 of its top executives after sexual misconduct report. So we have been hearing a lot about sexual harassment and claims and files about sexual harassment from all of these companies.
And then James Franco just had something recently.
James Franco,
yes,
really?
Girl. Then Aziz Ansari, who I just was talking about, he just... Did that just happen yesterday? I think it happened.
It happened very soon.
It's very recently. Very recently. So I'm not quite sure on everything because it seems like every day there's something coming out.
Everybody trying to say, whether
it's
true or not, everybody is just coming out with all this stuff. I mean, maybe it is true, and hopefully that's a good thing that people now feel comfortable with saying they have been sexually harassed, because I know a lot of times that people don't talk about it because they're ashamed of themselves.
It's a lot of shame and a lot of suppression of it too.
Yeah.
Because they know that especially if they go after somebody with money, they know that they might seem like somebody that's trying to take their money when it's actually
just trying to get attention. And I hope that's not the case. But
and then I'm wondering where it's going to go. Because I'm like, I wonder if it's going to, sooner or later, it's going to come down to, like, where working class people are. And where middle class people are. Because we have our own shit we got to deal with sexual harassment and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if it's going to get the same kind of publicity on the news. Exactly. When something happens with
it's not just
around normal people.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
We're all people, but since they're in the public eye more often than we are, obviously, they're going to get more. It's going to get more publicity. But I feel like for everything to change and for the culture to change, it needs to start happening in the businesses, the corporate market, and like in small stores and stuff like that. Yeah. We have to target it in all areas and not just one area, because I feel like it's going to slow down if we don't do it.
And also, according to this article, it says that the company will require mandatory sexual harassment training, and that later this month, the company was committed to having half of employees be female by 2020, which is interesting.
But even
I don't understand why that would change anything, but I guess It says that I guess they had mainly males as employees there.
But see, that just shows
Wow.
That just shows a whole bunch of stuff. But see, like, and the issue with this is that why is it now just being mandatory that we have sexual harassment training in like a specific corporate area? It should have been there in the first place. So that means that it wasn't a priority until businesses could be threatened for like stuff that happens and get lawsuits from employees.
Yeah. Wait till something happens.
Yeah, so it's like it's more preventive than it's not. Instead of being preventive, it's more it's reactive.
Yeah,
it's reactive and everything. And then the fact that you say, oh, we're going to make half of our staff be female. Again, still,
like, what is that going to change?
What's that going to change? Because again, women can sexually abuse and sexually harass men, and it's going on that double standard, which is that men don't get sexually abused, and if like even when you see like teenagers with like the whole with female teachers and male students, like from males don't see it as what it is, as sexual predator and sexual harassment and stuff like that, because it's like what we teach men as kids is that we're supposed to conquest. It's supposed to be a sexual conquest on females, and then unfortunately, if you're not straight or you're not somebody that's attracted to both, you don't get you are not able to fit into that mold.
Yeah.
So when you hear that, it's like a sexual conquest. It's like different sides of your brain thinking at two different times. Because speaking for me, since I like both, so I can talk about liking both. So being somebody that always, until I got older, I didn't know that I was attracted to guys. Because at first it was just girls. And then as I got older, and then being teased for being gay, and then I even know the fact that I didn't even know what that was, being that said about you at 2 years old. So then you're trying to fit into the mold of being straight because that's what you think you are all your life. But then you hear all the stuff about you're supposed to have sex by this age, and you're supposed to have multiple partners and stuff like that. But we teach girls differently, that they're not supposed to have that.
Yeah.
And then the fact that I like men is something that's not totally accepted by a majority of people. So, and then you being bisexual, period, is still not accepted, period, as being something that's actually real. So you have to add that in there too. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into, again, what I said before, men go through stuff like that too. And then even in the LGBT community, there's sexual assault stuff that goes on there, and that's not reported.
Yeah.
Because men feel ashamed for getting assaulted, and then we teach men not to express their emotions and just hold everything and be strong all the time. So that affects a person mentally. And then it's just like people that were bullied. Some people that were bullied end up becoming bullies themselves. Yeah. The people that were sexually assaulted end up doing the same thing to other people. So it's like a dangerous cycle with people not speaking up about it. That could stop if people spoke about it and tried to fix it before it got worse. Yeah. So that's always interesting with the world we live in. So what we're going to talk about next, guys, is the Billboard Hot 100 and the year end of 2017. Since we weren't here for the new year, I guess we should do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what ended up being part of the charts and what is the new chart for the new year. So I'm going to start off with my computer will work as usual. So I'm going to talk about the top new artists for 2017. So it's 1 through 10. So I'm just going to list all the artists for you guys. So it's Lil Uzi Vert, which is interesting to me. That's Lil Uzi Vert. Number 2 is Khalid. Oh, it's fuck his name up for some reason. But Khalid, and I love Khalid, so I'm happy that he's part of this new artist list. We have Niall Horan, who is from One Direction, so I'm kind of confused why he's considered a new artist when he's been part of a mainstream group that was successful. So I don't get that. Then we have Kodak Black, 21 Savage, James Arthur is number 6. Cardi B is number 7, which we're proud to say. Cardi B girl. And then we got the boy with 2 X's and then Tensione.
3. You forgot an X.
I thought it was. Oh, girl. I keep doing that shit all the time. Girl.
You always have to say that with an accent. Tensione.
Yeah, because I don't even know what it's. Like,
what is it? What is that?
Girl, I don't know what the hell it is. And then we have Harry Styles, who's also from One Direction, and I'm still confused why he's considered a new artist. And then we have somebody called Brett Young.
That's number 10.
At number 10, and he has no picture on Billboard, so I don't even know what he looks like. So he must be like very new to the game.
Yeah.
So if you guys if you guys know any specific songs by these artists that we might not know, like I'm not familiar with Brett Young. I'm not too familiar with Harry Styles and Niall because they were One Direction and
James Arthur.
Yeah, and James Arthur. If you could like send us some suggestions of music you guys want us to listen to, you can always direct messages at Welcome to the Wavelength at Instagram, which is our Millennial Tunes podcast Instagram. And if you guys want to get to us directly, you can always contact me at drita, which is d.writa on Instagram. And Britt, you want to give them your
if
Instagram?
y'all feel like DMing me, it's at BRESCINITO.
Brestanito.
It's supposed to be B, Brestanito, but whatever.
But I say Brestanito, girl, because it sounds better.
It sounds crazy.
Girl, it's always going to sound crazy because you don't like it. Girl, it's your name.
Whatever.
But you guys want to talk about the Hot 100 for the year end?
Oh, year end.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'll talk about the Hot 100.
So year end Hot 100. We'll do top 5. So number 1 is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Number 2, Despacito by Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee featuring Justin Bieber, yada yada yada. Number 3, That's What I Like, Bruno Mars.
Makes sense.
Number 4, Humble, Kendrick Lamar.
I think it makes sense.
Number 5, Something Just Like Us by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay.
I do not know that song.
Me either. So that is the year-end top 5 from the Hot 100 songs of Billboard.
Alright. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those listed some of them make sense. Like Humble makes sense.
Yeah.
Despacito makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What was the 5th one that you listed?
The one by the Chainsmokers. Whatever that song was.
Yeah, so I don't even know that. The only song I know by Chainsmokers is Literally Closer. And that's old now, considered to people. So that's always interesting to see what's considered a great song for each year at the year's end.
Mm-hmm.
So starting off with the year, since we've been off for 2 weeks, we're starting on January 20th, obviously, since that's what the week is. So at number 1, we have Ed Sheeran with Perfect. This is not the one with Beyonce, but it's just a single version with him. And again, you see Ed Sheeran dominating the charts.
Yeah.
At number 1, and he's been on the chart for 20 weeks, and then this is he's been at peak position for the last week, and then this is a big gain in performance for him for the song. Because I remember before he was lover on the charts. Last time we spoke. And last time we were on the podcast. Then for number 2, we have Havana with Camila Cabello. I don't know why I can't talk today. And she's at number 2, and this is her peak position. She's been on the chart for 22 weeks. So the fact that she's number 2 now is a great gain for her and the song. Then we have Finesse by Bruno Mars and Cardi B, which is a new song. I haven't had the opportunity to listen to the full song yet, and I still need to know the video. I can't.
It's a good song.
From what I've heard, it sounds like a good song. And then, of course, Cardi B is on there, so I'm going to listen to it.
And y'all gotta check out the video. The video is cute.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it like Living Color? Like
yeah, so they dedicated
inspired?
the video to In Living Color. So the video is like very 90s based with
that's life.
Like the way it's filmed and everything, and what they're wearing and they're dancing. So it's really awesome.
That's life. I
yeah.
Then we have Rockstar by Post Malone. It's been on the charts for 17 weeks. It's been at peak position at number 1, and then last week, it was at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have No Limit G-Eazy with A$AP Rocky and Cardi B, and that's it's been on the charts for 18 weeks. It's been at peak position at number 4, and unfortunately, it's been dethroned by Rockstar.
Dethroned.
Yeah, so it had to go down to number 5, but the peak position for it was at number 4.
And I mean, instead of going through all of those, we can just mention that the song that I mentioned earlier, "Filthy" by Justin Timberlake, has just been added to the charts. So that came in at number 9 on its first week so far. So it says that it's at its highest ranking debut.
Yes.
So that's good for Justin Timberlake.
Yes, it is.
And check the video out for that too. Let us know what you think, because I feel like people's reactions to that will be funny.
Yeah, especially since you said it's a little interesting.
It is. I don't really understand it, but whatever.
It's always something. Artists are always doing something extra.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what's going on with that.
And that's it, right? That's it for us.
I think that's it for us. I don't know if I have anything to say. I know we've been forever long away from each other.
I know.
That's the best thing. But you have reaction videos to watch, guys. We posted some reaction videos on YouTube. Like we said earlier, we have little I don't know. I think we said it earlier.
We did, but we had to re-record it. But
yeah, girl. So we have a video for Lil Uzi Vert, his newest song with Nicki Minaj. That's that's the way life goes. So that's on our YouTube channel. Then we posted some choreography reaction videos. So just check us out. We've actually reacted to stuff together for once at my house.
I know.
So that was interesting. So you'll see our dynamic face to face in person with our crazy asses. So give us feedback on our YouTube channel, comment, subscribe. Then if you want to just contact us directly again, just
hit us up on Instagram.
At me for Derek. Why did I say myself in third person?
Me for Derek.
Me for Derek.
Like a kid.
I can't.
Me for Derek.
So anyway, my contact information is at DWriter, which is at D.WRITA. And Miss Brittany, what is your Instagram again for the people?
BRESCINITO.
As I would say, it's called Breastonito, but she doesn't like that because it's supposed to be B Breastonito. But she's actually tomato. You'll still find her crazy ass doing something.
Yo, check out what.
Yes, check her Instagram out, guys. She's more interesting than
y'all can see pictures from my trip that we talked about earlier. Check those out. You
can see Brittany being crazy on her Instagram. She's more entertaining on Instagram than I am. Because I don't be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I usually just post stuff when I feel cute. So that's when I post stuff.
Oh my god.
Or if something's getting my nerves, then I post something.
Yup. Alright guys. Thanks for listening
to us, guys. It's good to be back for the New Year's. It's crazy that it took pretty much like 2 weeks for us to come back for the new year, but
Yeah.
we're back, guys. School is in session.
School is in session,
So that
honey.
means it's...
So pray for us.
Yes, pray for
And
us.
I'm praying
girl.
for you if you're in school.
Yes, girl, because school is trifling, man. I ain't got time for it. And people, we just already had a class, and the professor's already talking about a project, a group project that's due the end of the semester.
No, dude, that thing's like doing a week or not a week. He was gonna give us our presentation dates. That's what it was.
Oh yeah,
he was already gonna tell us what day we were presenting.
But just that fact made me stress out even more.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, we just had this. It's the first day, son. Like I don't have time for this. Like, let me calm down. But anyway, since we went on another tangent, like I told you guys that we always do, since we've been knowing each other for, we've only been knowing each other for 4 years, right? But we just feel we feel like we've known each other forever because we just extra. But anyway, bye guys.
Bye.
So extra. Thank you.